Hey guys, good evening and thanks for joining. So in the last class, we have started application security. In that application security, first topic is secure SDLC life cycle. So first we are going to discuss about SDLC life cycle. It's not completed yet. So in I will compare SDLC with secure SDLC. So SDLC will be used by our product development team, application development team, and so on. Secure SDLC will be used by our security team. So that is the main difference. So SDLC, it is a part of application development team, mobile development team, product development team, and secure SDLC belongs to security team. Okay. So SDLC lifecycle contains, there are 5 phases. One is requirement phase, one is design phase, one is development phase, testing phase, finally operational release phase. Okay. So requirement phase to till testing phase, we can call it as a non-prod environment, otherwise also called as a lower environments. Okay. So because we are not releasing to the public, that's why we'll call it as a lower environments. So operational or release phase, this is nothing but we are releasing to the public. So that is called as a higher environments or prod environment, production environment. Prod means production, non-prod means non-production environment. For every application feature or mobile feature or product development feature, so every organization will follow SDLC life cycle. So in this SDLC life cycle, in the requirement phase, what exactly we will do? What are the features we are planning for the Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4? Okay. So most of the cases nowadays, they are following Agile and Scrum process. So prior to this one, they used to do using waterfall method. So waterfall method has a couple of drawbacks are there. To eliminate those drawbacks, Agile and Scrum process is implemented. So waterfall method is a serial approach. If one phase is completed, then only we can move to another phase. But on the other hand, Agile and Scrum process completely parallel approach. Simultaneously, we can start all the pages at a time. Agile and Scrum process mainly contains 3 different types of people. Those 3 peoples are product owner, next one is development master, and Scrum master. So product owner is a single entity or a single person. He will take care of what are the features it has to plan for the in future. Okay, like a roadmap kind of thing. So couple of things in a couple of companies they will follow. Example, Robert Bosch, Philips, and also Google, Facebook, Honeywell. Okay, all these are product-based companies. So this is not only applicable to product-based company, this is applicable to even service-based companies also. So that may be TCS, Infosys, Wipro, and so on. These are consulting-based companies. Even consulting-based companies also, they will follow SDLC lifecycle for the application development process. Product development process also will use the SDLC lifecycle, and also application development, even mobile development also will use SDLC lifecycle. So Agile and Scrum process, it's a parallel approach. So there is no need to wait for the one phase complete, then only we have to start the next phase. So in this scenario, in the Agile and Scrum process, mainly 3 people are involved. As I said earlier, one is the product owner, is the main candidate. Basically has to more than 8 to 10 plus years of experience. More than 10 plus years of experience person, we will call it as a product owner, most of the organizations. Okay, he has to end-to-end what are the features we have to develop, and also it has the knowledge on how we have to deploy the features, what are the features we have to plan. He will do the backlog refinement also. When I say backlog refinement, which feature it has to come in the Q1, which feature it has to come to Q2, which feature it has to come to Q3 and Q4. And also, as I said, one more thing is Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Couple of companies they'll follow quarterly basis. Couple of companies they'll follow completely dynamic in nature. Maybe anytime they can implement the features point of view. Okay, so that is the ways also they will follow. But most of the organizations they'll follow quarterly based features deployment or process deployment or projects deployment part. Okay, otherwise portfolio deployment also. So product owner is a single person. He will take care of the what are the features or projects we have to run for the future. And the development master, so he will take care of how many resources are required to develop the feature, to develop the product, to develop the mobile. So he will take care of the total overall development part. Scrum master will take care of the coordination and collaboration. So Scrum master is main coordination, collaboration. Under him only most of the people will work. Example, ASP.NET developers, Java developers, maybe Python developers, or maybe C Sharp or Angular, okay, or Reactive JS, or maybe, okay, Golang, and so on. So Scrum Master, he will plan sprint planning. So sprint planning basically will be there for bi-weekly once. When I say bi-weekly once, 15 days once. 15 days once, what are all the developers, they will plan for the feature. What exactly they will do work. So all those planning as well as the, okay, so resource utilization part, and whether that work is completed or not, what is the status of the work, whether it is in the to-do status or whether it is work in progress status, whether it is already completed status. All those things normally we will use one of the tool called Jira. Most of the product development team, application development team, database, and also mobile development team, they will use Jira is a main tool. Operational support team, most of the cases, they will use ServiceNow ticketing tool. For operational support, we will use a ServiceNow ticketing tool or BST or Remedy or maybe any other ticketing tool. Especially for developers, they will use Jira is a main tool. It's a very popular tool also for the product development, application development, microservices development, even mobile development, and so on. Okay. Why? Because we can write a queries and we can check the status as well in a simple way. But unfortunately, ServiceNow so far it is not providing those kind of dashboards and so on. So that's why everyone is migrating to these ServiceNow to the Jira. Okay. So even Jira also a lot of vacancies are there. Jira admin, Jira dashboards creation, Jira queries creation, and so on. So Scrum Master role is mainly to coordinate and collaborate for all the developers. What exactly next 15 days they will do. Okay. So maybe under him 15 developers will be there, or 10 developers will be there, or 5 developers will be there, and so on. So daily he has to coordinate a call, maybe early morning that is called stand-up call. So he had to schedule a call and he has to discuss what's going on, what is the status of the, okay, so whatever development he's doing. Developers, they are doing the development part. So these are all the three people will be there under the Agile and Scrum process. So, and one more thing is, do you think that only one people are required for the entire feature development? No, there are so many people or teams are involved. Requirement is one phase. One of the people are development team, they will consider. Design is architect people, more than 12 plus years of experience is a part of, not security architect. This is a product development architecture or software development architecture, or maybe mobile development architecture or IoT development architecture. All those people will fall under design team. So these people have more experience as compared to product development team or product owners. And development team. Development team, that may be any developer, basically, or programmer. Their work on development level of the feature or what a project we are developing on. Testing team, they will take care of the, okay, what are features is developed by the respective developers, whether that feature is working or not. So they will do the functional validation. They will take care of the two types of testing. One is called manual testing. Second one is automated testing. For that one also couple of tools are there. Example, Roadrunner testing is there, Selenium testing tools are there, JavaScript testing tools are there, and so on. Okay. So next one is operational. In the operational side, once the feature is going to the public, respect to deployment team, they will go and they will deploy the in the our customers locations. Otherwise they will release to the public. Couple of times in the newspapers we can see WhatsApp is developed one of the feature and it is available in the WhatsApp. Facebook is developed one of the new feature, it is available to the public. That means all these stages are complete, then only they will release to the public. Okay, once the testing is successfully completed, then they will release to the public. So this is the way how these product development team and application development team and mobile development team, they will work on the process. Then what is our role? Each and every phase also we have to consider the security part. In the requirement phase also, is there any security required for the water feature it is coming? In the designer level also, whatever software architect team, they are developing the feature or they are designing the feature, is there any loopholes are there? So in the design level, we'll take care of the threat modeling. Threat modeling, one of the tool is there that is called Microsoft Stride. So most of the organizations, they will use Stride process or DREAD process. So in the development level, once that feature is designed by the software architects, then that particular feature will go to the development level. So the development level, we can also call it a CI/CD pipeline, continuous development and also continuous integration. Okay, so here from security point of view, what are the different types of scans we have to do? SAST scan, static application security testing, TPS, third party softwares. SAST means static application security testing. TPS means third party scans. All are tool based only. Okay. So static application security meaning here code scan basically. So whatever developers or programmers, they are developing the code. In that code, okay, so is there is there any security related vulnerabilities are existing or bugs are available? So we will run against WASP top 10, SANS top 25, NIST framework and so on. Okay. So couple of tools are available. We have to take the repository, or maybe we can take the code, whatever developers they develop the code. Once we are taking the code, we have to go to the tools and we have to run the code. So then automatically against WASP top 10 and SANS top 25, whatever vulnerabilities are existing, all those vulnerabilities will scan and it will identify those vulnerabilities. Now we can go and we can raise a ticket in the Jira. So then respective development team, they will fix those bugs, whatever it is identified. Okay. Next one is in the testing level. So testing level, normal testing testers, what they will do the functional testing or feature testing. So whatever feature is working, is there any jitter is there, any delay is there, um, any noise is there, whether that feature is working or not, and so on. That can be done by our testers. They will use either automated testing tools or maybe manual testing also. So then what is our role? Our role is VAPT, vulnerability assessment and pen test. Okay, we'll take care of three different types of testings. One is black box, one is gray box, one is white box penetration testing. Vulnerability assessment to identify what all the weaknesses are there. Penetration testing to identify the what are vulnerabilities identified, attacker can be exploited those vulnerabilities or not. That is the main difference between VA and PT. It's one of the interior question also. What is VA? What is PT? What is the difference between VA and PT? I will give the notes. Give me 1 second. So here in our application or in our product, in our mobile or in our IoT, in our network, so we'll take care of all these pen tests. Unfortunately, in the market, so nobody knows about total end-to-end pen test. When I say end-to-end pen test, IoT is a new technology to us. Blockchain is a new technology to us. Cryptocurrency is a new technology to us. And also cloud is a new technology to us. Application also new technologies to us. So, but unfortunately, in the VAPT side, whenever we are going for pen test vacancy, they are expecting all these different types of technologies. That means you should be aware of the blockchain, you should be aware of the cryptocurrency, you should be aware of the mobile, you should be aware of the IoT, you should be aware of the cloud, you should be aware of the network, you should be aware of the infrastructure, you should be aware of the application as well. Okay, so whether one person, how is it possible to, okay, so jack in all trades. One of the proverb is there, right? Jack in all trades. Whether one person should be expert in all these different types of technologies, it's impossible. But still, couple of companies they're expecting. So we need pen test person in the application side. We need pen test in the infrastructure side. We need pen test in the IoT side. We need pen tester in the mobile side. We need pen tester in the IoT side. Okay, cloud side, blockchain side, cryptocurrency side. It's impossible. Couple of companies, even in LinkedIn also, you can go and you can see Citrix, one of the company. So their vacancy I'm seeing from last 2 years. Still that vacant is available only. Nobody they are recruiting also. But they are not expecting all these penetration testing. They're expecting Active Directory penetration testing. They're expecting network penetration testing. They're expecting application penetration testing. They're expecting cloud penetration testing. These 4 modules. But unfortunately, nobody is able to crack the interview, even though they took the 1,000 people of the interview so far. Why I'm saying this one? Because one of my friends is attended that particular penetration testing vacancy. Okay, so they have to recruit one person and they have to give a little bit, okay, so knowledge. So different technologies, one person, how we can handle. First, we should not know blockchain. We should not know IoT. We should not know cloud. We should not know my mobile. So how we can do without knowing anything? Okay, that, but unfortunately, couple of companies, they're expecting all this. But whenever VAPT vacancy referring in the job description, most of the cases, 95% of the cases, it is related to application penetration testing only. I'm repeating once again, whenever you will see any vacancy in the Naukri or LinkedIn or Indeed or maybe, okay, so Monster or Time Job Start and so on, most of the cases they are referring the, so they are referring the, okay, so application related pen test only, not about, okay, mobile or IoT or cloud. You can go and you can read the job description also, then you will come to know that. Okay. So once the security sign off is completed, then only it will release to the public. It's not like a testing team. Once they completed, then we can go and we can sign off the feature and we can release the public. No, it's not possible nowadays. So even once normal testers, they will complete the testing, even we have to do the internal VAPT also. Okay. Internal pen test also we have to do. After completing the internal VAPT security point of view, then only after signing off the VAPT report, without any vulnerabilities are existing, without any risk is involved, then only we can release to the public. With the loopholes, we should not release to the public. Otherwise, attacker, they can hack it easily. Okay, now what I will do, each and every phase, security point of view, what exactly we are taking care. So first one is requirement phase. In the requirement phase, in the secure SDLC lifecycle, I am referring SSDLC. Yes, SDLC, secure SDLC lifecycle. Okay, secure software development lifecycle. In the requirement phase, we will do product backlog refinement or application backlog refinement. So that is on the requirement phase. Nothing but in quarter one, what are the features it has to come? Quarter two, quarter three, and quarter four. So on the design level, so we'll take care of threat modeling. When you say threat modeling, we have to sit with the developers, we have to sit with the engineering directors, we have to sit with the engineering managers of the R&D team. R&D means research and development team. Whoever is developing the applications, whoever is developing the mobile, whoever is developing the product, whoever is developing the IoT, whoever is developing the robotics, whoever is developing the blockchain team, and so on. So we have to sit with the respect to developers and we have to understand about the design. Okay. Then we have to take care of threat modeling. For that one, as I said, one of the famous tool is there from Microsoft that is called Stride. Okay, so this is from Microsoft. When you say threat modeling, we have to understand the design. Whatever respect to software architect team they have designed, that is called high level design and low level design. We should understand the feature. We should understand the concept. Then only we can go and we can ask the questions. That means you should be aware of the application development, you should be aware of the product development, you should be aware of the mobile development, and so on. Okay. Then only we can ask the questions, right, related to security. Without knowing the feature or design, how we can ask the questions back to the respect to developers or product owner. If you understand the feature, how they design, according to that one only, we can ask the questions. Without understanding the application feature, whatever they are going to deliver, or product feature, whatever they are going to deliver, or mobile feature or IoT feature, whatever they are going to deliver, we cannot ask the questions. That means you have the capability or ability to understand the whatever feature or project it is going to deliver. That means you should know about the security, you should know about the development also. Okay. That's why I said the application security a little bit complicated as compared to, okay, cyber security. That's why one of the programming also is required for application security side. And speaking dedicated application security, forget about cyber security. Now we are discussing about application security. Okay, if you want to go for the application security, at least you should know one of the programming language. But if you want to go endpoint security, if you want to go for network security, if you want to go for cyber security, information security, cloud security, there is no programming language is required. But if you want to go for product security, and if you want to go for mobile security, if you want to go for application security, compulsory at least one programming language you should require to learn. Why? Because After developing the application, you should do the code analysis also. Whatever developers they develop the code, you should understand, and then we have to analyze the code also. We have to review the code. Okay. We have to understand the design, we have to develop the code and so on. That means here, approximate 16 people, whatever they are working on, one security person should be involved. Here, requirement phase, one team. Design phase is one team. Software architects. Development is one team. Testing team is one team. DevOps team is one team. That means almost 6 teams, whatever they are working on, one security person is required to understand about everything. That means you should know about a little bit DevOps concepts. You should know about the testing concepts. You should know about the development concepts. You should know about the software architect concepts and so on. That's why I said application security and product security a little bit complicated as compared to other technologies. Okay. So that's why I said first you can go to cyber security for 1 year. Then if you are interested, then you can move to the application security or cloud security or product security. That's what my suggestion. Straight away, if you are going for application security, it's very difficult to crack the interview. Okay. So next one is development. Sorry, design. So design only this one. Development. In the development level, so that is CI/CD pipeline, continuous development and continuous integration. We will take care of SST, static application security testing, and TPS scans also. So we have to integrate with our tools. Example, couple of tools are available in the market. Checkmarks, Fortify, Veracode. Next one, IBM AppScan, BlockDuck. Wipro is using BlockDuck. Next one, White Source, SNYK Sneak. So these are all the tools we have to use for to running the SAST. To running the SAST up to IBM AppScan. To running the TPS scans, we have to use a BlockDuck, White Source, and Sneak. Okay. So that is on the development level. Even this tool also we have to integrate the CI/CD pipeline. Otherwise, we have to do manually every time. Whatever developers they are running the code, it's difficult to. Okay, one feature, how many people are developing? How many people they will develop? So many people. One feature will be developed by maybe 1,000 1,000 developers. But security people, maybe 2 or 3 members will be there. That means whatever repositories they are developing, all those code we have to take and we have to run this scan. How much difficult for us? 1,000 developers or 500 developers or 200 developers, they are developing the application or product. One security or 2 security people will be there to run the scans and identifying the analysis and doing the business impact analysis and risk assessment. Okay. TPS also. So that's why we have to integrate our tools also. Example, checkmarks also. We have to integrate our CI/CD pipeline. Okay. So example, GitHub and Jenkins, Purpose, SVN, couple of tools are there. We have to integrate automatically. From there, it will fetch the code. There is no need to download the code and we have to manually update the code and we have to run the scans. It will take a lot of time otherwise. It's impossible to take care of one person's whatever 500 developers they are developing the code. Okay. Yes, also we have to integrate our CI/CD pipeline, the White Source or Sneak. Okay. These tools also. Sorry, some internet issues, guys. Apologies. These tools also we have to integrate with our CI/CD pipeline. So TPS means third-party softwares. When I say third-party softwares, every application developers, product developers, mobile developers, IoT developers, cloud developers, and so on, they will use a lot of open source softwares. Example, Oracle Java, Python, PowerShell, Spring Boot framework, Apache, Tomcat, RabbitMQ, NGINX, Kibana, Grafana, okay, OpenSSL. So many softwares they will use. Even what is our role now, whatever softwares they are using related to open source or commercial. Open source means free of cost, commercial means we have to purchase. We have to run the scans and we have to identify, is there any vulnerabilities are existing on what are softwares they are using. or to whatever versions they are using. Okay, couple of times sometimes I'm creating some of the YouTube videos. Example, vulnerability related, OpenSSL vulnerability, and also next one I created one more related to, I think, denial of service, privilege escalation. All these are applicable to TPS only, third-party softwares. Okay, so because these, if you don't scan these open source related softwares, attacker can easily hack the system. That's why in December 9th, log4j vulnerability 0-day attack is existing. Because of that log4j vulnerability, so many countries got impacted and so many customers also lost their money. Billions of the dollars of the money business losses happened. As I said previously also, so from past 2 decades or 20 years, one of the devastating, okay, 0-day attack was there in the news, that is called 0-day attack. That we can discuss part of vulnerability assessment and vulnerability management. Okay, that's why we have to run the whatever open source or commercial third-party softwares they are using. We have to run and we have to see, is there any weaknesses are there, whether up-to-date patch is available or not. Okay, otherwise we have to inform to respect to developers. Then they will go on, they will see whether compatible issues will be there or performance related issues will be there and so on. So that is called SAST and TPS. Testing level. In the testing level, as I said, we'll do vulnerability assessment and pen test. Okay, this is called DAST, and also manual pen test. Manual and also automated. How normal testing team, they will take care of the functional testing or feature testing. In the similar way, we will take care of the security testing. We will take care of the security testing. Whatever testing we are doing, this is related to security. But testing tools, people, they will take care of the normal testing, whether the feature it is developing or not. Example, consider maybe once the Facebook came into the market in 2003 or 2007 by Mark Zuckerberg, that time we don't have audio call and video call option. But in 2022, we have a lot of auto call, video call, end-to-end encryption, and so many features are developing day by day. In the similar, this is applicable to even WhatsApp group as well. Sorry, WhatsApp also. Once initially when the WhatsApp is came into market, that time we don't have the video call option or audio call option, just only ping and also chat. That's all. But now they implemented so many features like audio call, video call, group call, and end-to-end encryption and so on. Okay, so whatever testing they are doing, that is functional testing. One user is calling to another user in WhatsApp. So whether functionality is working or not. So user A is calling to user B in WhatsApp. In that scenario, so is there any echo is coming in the WhatsApp call? Is there any jitter is there? Any delay is there? Any noise is there? Okay. So whether properly opposite person is listening or not, that one will be normal testing people. But what is our role now in that WhatsApp audio call or video call? In the security point of view, in between two users, is there any third person will come as a man in the middle attack? And he will listen whatever two people are conversing. Okay, so those validations we have to take care. For that one, we will use 3 different types of testing. One is okay, black box, gray box, and white box. Okay, here security testing. So what are the 3 different types of testing we have? Once the testing is successfully completed and pen test is for this one also tools we have. Example, burp suite is one of the very popular tool. Kali Linux and Metasploit, Nmap already we discussed. So these are all the couple of tools are available. OSP job, okay, Postman, the juice shop. Okay, so many tools are there. So burp suite is a commercial tool, remaining all are open source tools. So once this everything is our security testing successfully completed, all these things finally they will release to the public. Feature will release to public. After security sign off. But prior to 2018 or before 2018, we are not taking care of all these processes. Okay, only we are taking care of only security testing, that is VAPT. From 2018 onwards, so each and every phase also we are taking care of the security and vulnerabilities identification. So that's why booming is increasing day by day for application security. So many vacancies are there in the market. Very limited people are there in the market. Even though they are working in the application security, they don't have sufficient skills. Okay. Because it is required one programming language. One logic is required for application security point of view. So at least application security people, couple of people are there available in the market. Cryptocurrency, blockchain, IoT side, I think not even maybe 5,000 people are available in all over the India. I can say that. Okay. Feature will be released to public after security sign off. When you say security sign off, after analyzing the all the risk and all the vulnerabilities, there is no risk is involved. Attacker cannot compromise the application or product or mobile. Then finally we'll release to the public. Okay. So that is about overall secure SDLC life cycle. It is one of the entire question. What is SDLC life cycle? What is SDLC life cycle? Now I can go into discuss about VA-PT. What is VA and what is PT? First, VA, vulnerability assessment. Running the scans and identifying the vulnerabilities. Is called as vulnerability assessment. So we have to run the scan. Servers, most of the cases, vulnerability assessment meaning most of the cases applicable to server. Running the scans against the server, not only server, we have to run the network also, but we have to run the application also, we have to run the cloud also, we have to run the even mobile also, and we have to identify what all the weaknesses are there from the attacker point of view. Is there attacker is trying to exploit those vulnerabilities or not? Okay. Vulnerability assessment, running the scans and identifying the vulnerability is called vulnerability assessment. Whenever we are saying vulnerability assessment, most of the case it is applicable to server. It's a very simple role. So many vacancies are there. My students, approximate 10 people are working on vulnerability assessment. It's only 2 days, 2 days course, basically vulnerability assessment. Only 2 days course. Okay, one day I will teach about the what are the theoretical part. Second day I will teach about the practical scenario. That's all. You can go and you can apply for vulnerability assessment. Okay. But pen test is a little bit complicated, as I said. Pen test. What is PT? Penetration testing. See how many things I'm covering in this course, not only just SOC operations, so many things I'm covering. You can apply for multiple jobs. Okay. So penetration testing. Penetration testing means whatever weaknesses are identified in vulnerability analysis or assessment, what are vulnerabilities are identified in the vulnerability assessment, it will be exploited by attacker or hacker or intruder is called as pen test or penetration testing. This is called ethical hacking basically. In demo class, couple of people asked, is there any differences there between the cyber security and also ethical hacking? Now it's clear, right? So what is ethical hacking? Ethical hacking most of the applicable to application security. That is a part of pen test. Okay, but cyber security is a combination of everything. So VAPT is a subset of cyber security. So VAPT is a subset of ethical hacking is subset of cyber security now. Okay. So cyber security means not only just SOC operation, it's a part of VAPT also. It is ethical hacking also. Okay. So there are 3 different types of pen test we will do normally. One is white box. One is gray box. One is black box. So white box meaning here, example, there are 2 different types of pen test also. Once again, internal pen test and external pen test. Internal pen test will be done by us, nothing but whoever is taking care of the pen test. External pen test will be done by third party team. Okay. External pen test will be done by third party team. Internal pen test will be done by us. Okay. So now there are three different types of pen test. Once again, it's a part of internal pen test or external pen test. One is white box, gray box, and black box. What is the difference between white box, gray box, and black box? Gray box normally we will not use that much. Forget about gray box. A white box meaning here, example, you are coming for pen test. In that scenario, I will provide everything to you. Example, maybe, so you want to do pen test for facebook.com. In the white box pen test, I will provide the username of the Facebook admin, not user. Whatever right now Facebook, we have the account that is user account, not admin account. Hope you are aware of this one. Admin account, normally Facebook team will not give to us. This one will be taken care of Facebook development team and testing team. Whoever is the developers are there, those developers, they have the admin access. Whatever accounts we have in the Twitter or Instagram or Facebook and so on, it is the user account. Okay. So now white box penetration testing meaning here, whoever is doing the pen test, for those people, we have to provide the admin username and also admin password so that they will use a couple of tools to run the pen test. As I said, burp suit is one of the tool, the post office, the juice shop. So these are the couple of tools they will use. They will open the pen, they will open this particular Facebook. Okay. Then they will run couple of scans. What scans they will run? OASP top 10. They will test OASP top 10 related attacks. Whenever we are referring application security, 100% we have to remember a concept called OASP top 10. That's all. OASP top 10 also you need to remember everything. Mainly three or four attacks are there. Those 4 attacks only we have to test most of the cases. SQL injection attack, cross-site scripting attack, CSRF attack. Okay, these are all 3 popular attacks are there. Now what normally, okay, pen test, white box pen test meaning here, we have to provide the entire admin access to the respective pen testers. So example, admin access, then they will open the facebook.com and they will open one of the tool name is called burp suite. Unfortunately, I don't have licensing because the commercial, it is more than 2 lakhs for one user. To purchase burp suite tool for one user, it is we have to pay 2 lakhs rupees, Indian rupees. Okay. So we have to open the burp suite tool. Okay. So then, okay, we have to, after logging here, we have to click on home button. We have to click on notification button. We have to click on the ring button. We have to click on the likes button, share button. We have to go on here and there. And we have to see, is there any security vulnerabilities are scanning and automatically it is appearing. That is called white box penetration testing. So that one we can do through automated way, through manual also. Manual means, okay, without using automated scans. Manually we have to verify. That is called manual pen test. So white box penetration testing, in white box pen test, we have to provide entire information related to applications. Entire information meaning here, example, so application side, admin username and password. One more thing I will say, most of the cases pen test we should not do in the prod environments. Nothing but production environment or higher environments. Always we have to do in the lower environments. When it's a lower environment, it's the testing environment or development environment we have to do. If you are doing in the production environment, so whoever using all over the worldwide, all the people will get impact. So pen test always we have to do in the testing environment or maybe non-prod environment, lower environment, mirror labs also, lab environment otherwise. Okay. So example, application side, admin username and password. So do you think that, okay, pen test will do only for the application? I said we can do it for mobile also. In that scenario, mobile, what are applications we are using, mobile username and password we have to provide. Even we can do pen test for servers also. In the server side, what we have to provide, server IP address and username and password. Not, okay, not username, not user username and password, admin username and password. If it's Linux, it is a root username and password. Okay, I'll provide that one also. Otherwise, I will go down. If it is server, so for white box penetration testing, we have to provide IP address or host name. Then we have to provide the admin or root username and password. Then they will log into the server and they will validate, is there any security loopholes or bugs are available in the server? This is applicable to IoT, this is applicable to cloud, this is applicable to blockchain, this is applicable to cryptocurrency, and so on. Okay. So white box penetration testing meaning here, providing the entire information related to applications or mobile or maybe servers, and running the against the OS top 10 and identifying the vulnerabilities. That is called white box. In the gray box, okay, forget about gray box. Gray box we can discuss later. Black box. Black box is very, very difficult. Black box is like a hacker. You should be like a hacker. I will give only facebook.com. I will not give any username and password. I will give server. I will give only IP address of the server. I will not give any username and password. Okay, you know the anyway Facebook link is there. So example, I'm giving Facebook. In the organization level, we have internal applications are there. Those application name we will give to respect to the pen testers. Okay, in the black box penetration testing side, I will say the application name and I'll give the URL link. That's all. Okay, then you are a hacker and you have to think like what are the loopholes are there. It's like a bug bounty program. Couple of times in the news or maybe newspapers or news channels, we can see so and so person is identified one of the bug. And so she or he got 40 lakhs or 50 lakhs or 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs. That is applicable to even security team also. Okay, bug bounty program. So same thing is applicable to here also. Okay, if you are identifying any of the applications, they will give challenge also to you. Google, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, AT&T, Cisco. Okay, big organizations. They will go and identify any security loophole is there. If any loophole is there, then you can prove it. I will give some reward to you. That reward is nothing but money. That is called bug bounty program. That bug bounty program is not only applicable to application development team or product development team or mobile development. This is applicable to even security team also. If you have the talent, go and challenge it. I mean, just go and prove it. Any loopholes are there, then I can give some reward. Okay. So that example, maybe now you are identifying one of the bug in the google.com. Just you can go to bug bounty website and you can register your name and your password. Then you can post whatever you identified. Then they will validate. Google company will validate whatever you identified, whether really loophole is there or not. If in case if it is really loophole is there and you are proving with evidence, then 100% they will give money to you. That is called reward. So I think March month or maybe April or May month time period, one of the Punjab girl with I think 21 years or 20 years age, she identified one of the cross-site scripting attack in the Microsoft remote code execution vulnerability. She awarded with 23 lakhs. Okay. So nothing but you are like a hacker and you should be identified. So that is nothing but black box penetration testing. Just I can provide the URL link. You should be like a hacker and you have to identify. Nothing but little bit information will provide in this one. Black box penetration testing will provide little bit information. White box penetration testing will provide entire information, including username and passwords. That is the only difference. If it is server side, will provide IP address. If it is mobile side, will provide the mobile IP address or application name. Okay. In the black box penetration testing, we will provide limited information. Limited is a keyword. Limited information to the pen tester. Then they have to go and identify or exploit the vulnerabilities. So that is called black box. So in between gray box means partial information. So here entire information, here limited information. Gray box is like a partial information. Okay. In gray box normally will not use. Even black box also very difficult, guys. Same question I asked. Recently, one of the pen testers, they are doing pen test of our application. Okay. So I asked, will you do black box penetration testing for my application? They said, no, we will not do black box penetration testing. We'll do only white box penetration testing. They are from USA. Okay. So any organization, most of the cases, black box it's very difficult to identify the vulnerabilities list without logging. Without logging the application, what are the features you have, what are the tabs you have, what is input validation is required, how you will come to know that. Without logging server, how you will come to know that? It's difficult, right? Same thing is applicable here as well. They said, okay, we'll do only white box. Please provide the, okay, so application URL link, admin username and passwords. Okay. In gray box, we'll provide partial information.
Sir, it is a block box or a black box?
Black box, sorry, BLACK. In gray box, we'll provide partial information. So most of the case, gray box will not use. Most of the organizations will use white box only, because if it is doing a black box, it's very difficult to. Okay, you are like a hacker, guys. Simple way, if I want to say, black box means. Okay, so that is about three different types of pen test. So in the interview point of view, if you are going for cybersecurity SOC operation, they will ask one of the interview question: what is the difference between vulnerabilities and pen test? So vulnerability assessment is nothing but running the scans and identifying the vulnerabilities in the server or application or network level. That is called vulnerability assessment. And penetration testing means what are vulnerabilities we identified in the vulnerability assessment tools, whether those vulnerabilities really existing or not. If existing, whether it will be exploited by the hacker or intruder or attacker. That is called penetration testing. Okay, that is the main difference between vulnerability assessment and pen test or penetration testing. Okay, so now coming back, next topic is cryptography. That is about overall secure SDLC lifecycle. Okay, once we completed all these process, so in the entire process, so starting with the requirement phase, design phase, development phase, so we have to review the codes. See, after running the development level, just like what are tools we are using, just like that, we should not go and we should not raise the tickets to the respect to developers. We have to review the code also. That much capability you have. If you know the programming language, then only you can review. Without knowing the programming code or development language, how can you review the code? In case they will come back to security team, and if they will ask, so can you prove it this logic is wrong? Whether you are able to prove that logic is wrong or not? Whether do you have that much knowledge or not? First of all, no, we don't have that much knowledge. That means if we know the programming language, then only we can prove it. Yes, it is wrong from the security point of view. Okay, you are not like a full developers, whatever they are developing, at least you should know, review the code, analyze the code, and we have to inform them to back. This really will happen practically. This really will happen. So couple of times what will happen, they will say whatever logic I define is correct. Functions I'm using, strings I'm using, characters I'm using, data structures I'm using. Okay, function I'm calling correctly only. Integer I'm calling correctly only. Integer max equal to 256. I have defined correct only. Why are you saying it's wrong? Why buffer overflow attack will occur? Can you prove it? That's what they will ask. Can you exploit it? Okay. In such a situation, at least we have to convince that particular developer. If you don't do anything, obviously blame game will happen in between you and also respective product development team or application development team or product development. That is called conflict of interest. What means conflict of interest? So in between two parties, some of the discrepancy or disagreements will happen. That is called conflict of interest. Okay. So that's why you should be aware of the one programming language. That's why I will not suggest for any person's initial application security, I mean application security side or product security side. So In future, you can plan it, not for now. At least you should derive the total overall security, what is cyber security SOC, then you can move. Okay. Without knowing anything basics, it's very difficult to crack the interviews and also to survive in the market. Next one is cryptography.
It is easy to work on VAPT.
Yes, if you know at least one programming language.
Okay.
Yeah. So most of the cases, there are two different types of things here, guys. One is called embedded systems. Embedded systems we use for product development. Example, take care of healthcare products from GE Healthcare or Honeywell or Robert Bosch. Okay. Then what else? Quest Global. Okay. Airbus. These are all completely product-based companies. So for product development related embedded systems, we'll use C++ most of the cases. Embedded system side for platform and database side, we'll use C++. And application development side, microservice platform and full stack developers. These side will use C#, ASP.NET, VB.NET, Angular, React.js, and also Java, obviously. So even Python, even PHP also. These are on the application development side or microservice platform side. If it is a product development side, for platform and databases side, most of the case we use C. On the microservices application development side, we will use either CSP.NET or VB.NET or ASP.NET or Java or full stack development, Angular or React.js and so on. That is on the application development side. If it is a mobile development side, combination of both. Okay, most of the cases C++. Once again, even React.js and Angular also very popular one. Okay, it depends which company you're working on and what programming languages they are using. But you should know at least one programming languages. Most of the case either C++ or Java. That is sufficient. Hey guys, don't focus on this one now. I'm saying already, don't confuse now. So this is not part of our role. Whatever we discussed from morning and evening also, just only two things you have to remember. What is SDLC life cycle? That's all. And what is VAPT? That's all. And what are the different types of VAPT we have? No need to focus on too much. Okay. Unfortunately, I joined in cybersecurity. I don't know anything. Okay. Don't demotivate yourself and I mean, how to say? Don't demotivate yourself. That's what I want to say. This is for future. Maybe in case you are interested. Okay. So for the logic side and also development side, then you can go for these application security and product security. Cryptography. Cryptography is very, very popular tool. From starting onwards till today, I'm discussing about cryptography, SSL-TLS certificates. Several times I told you this topic also. In the very first class also, I think someone asked, I think Banu or someone is asked, right? What is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? Okay. So here it will use SSL-TLS certificates. SSL-TLS certificates. So SSL-TLS certificates, purchase CS certificates, all those will fall under cryptography concept. First, what is cryptography? Then we can discuss about what are the different types of cryptography technologies we have. Then we can discuss about what is integrity. So once cryptography is completed, then we can go to WASP top 10. Okay. So cryptography meaning here secure way of communication. Using some mathematical calculations and also using mathematical calculations and also set of algorithms. So we have to, what our communication is happening, that may be through maybe emails, that may be through accessing the application, that may be through your chatting via Microsoft Teams or maybe Google Chat or maybe through any other way of communication, anything, maybe peer-to-peer communication or client to server communication or client to application communication or client to database communication. So secure way of communication using some mathematical calculations, nothing but we use maths here. We'll use maths here and also some of the algorithms we'll use. Using algorithms and also using some of the mathematical calculations, we'll use secure way of communication. So that is nothing but cryptography. Okay. So example of cryptography. encryption and decryption. So encryption and decryption will fall under cryptography technologies. Okay. So already you know what is encryption and what is decryption. The process of converting plain text data into encrypted data using some of the algorithm and also using password or key. Okay, that is called encryption. Opposite encryption, decryption. The conversion of encrypted data into plain text data using some of the password or key and also using some of the algorithm. That is called decryption. Okay, this very first class we discussed. So then here it will use different types of keys. In cryptography terminology, we'll use two different types of keys. Those keys are public key and private key. So name itself, it is saying that public key, it is shareable. We can share with other people. Private key, it's a secret key. We should not share with other people. These key will be exchanged in between client and server, in between client and application, in between when you're accessing the VPN authentication. Okay, even when you're accessing RDP and so on, these keys will be exchanged. Did you see any time whether keys are exchanging? No, it's a backend process. It's a backend process. Okay. So public key means shareable with other people or other users with server also. But private key, it's like a secret key. We should not share this key with others. So that is meant by public and private key. Okay. There are two different types of cryptography technologies we have. So if you want to say this one cryptography in simple terminology, logical reasoning, whenever you are preparing competitive exams, they will ask maybe bank PO exams or clerk exams, even UPSC or TSPSC or APPSC and so on. They will ask some of the logical questions, right? So those logical questions is a part of cryptography only. They will ask one of the code. If this code we can written as in this way, this code how we can written? Then they will give 4 ABCD options. That is one type of cryptography only. If you want to explain in the one more way, in the very olden days, kingdoms are there. Example, Pandavas, Cholas, Kakatiyas. Okay, so these are all the different types of kingdoms we have studied in the history, right? Example, maybe Kakatiyas, Samraj, king, they want to communicate with the Pandavas in Tamil Nadu. Okay, in that scenario, what is the communication channel? How they used to communicate? So they used to communicate either through servant or maybe through Python or Pigan, whatever it may be. Nothing but dove. So this is the way communication channel it will happen. But in between, whoever is sending the message from one king to another king, maybe through servant they are sending. Nothing but Senapati. Okay, they are sending using the servant. In case that guy, after going to some distance in between Warangal and also in between Chennai, Tamil Nadu, so maybe they can see the data, right? Whatever or letter he has written. If he'll open and he will see, he will get the confidential data. Obviously, whoever is going to take that letter and going and giving to that particular another king from one king. So in between that particular Senapati or maybe servant, he is opening, he can see that confidential data. Do you think that really they will give the same as it is? And in between that person will not open the letter? Obviously, sometimes couple of people they will open. So they have some code language will be there. Even in between friends also they will use some code language. Same thing is applicable. That is one type of cryptography. So example, if I want to give in cryptography in our practical example, A equal to 1, B equal to 2, C equal to 3, Z equal to 26. Okay. In that scenario, how we can write example hi or hello? Okay. So H number, whatever it is coming, E number, whatever it is coming, L number, whatever it is coming, L number, whatever it is coming, and O number, whatever it is coming. So whether that number, if I'm giving to you, whether you will understand whether really this is a hello message, it's impossible. In this similar, one more example I will give. A equal to B, B equal to C, C equal to D, and Z equal to A, and so on Z equal to A. So if I want to type example happy, so how we can write happy now? So HIB, so PQQZ. Whether if I'm giving IBQQZ, will you understand what is IBQQZ? You can decode and you can see that is happy. So this is called cryptography basically. Okay, this is there from long back, but that we don't know that is called cryptography. Okay. So after H, I will come. So hope you understand this concept, whatever I said. This is logical reasoning. We studied already before 10th class. So that is one type of cryptography basically. So here there are two different types of cryptography technologies we have. One is symmetric. Second one is asymmetric. Okay. So tomorrow I'll explain about what is symmetric and what is asymmetric. Okay. I will let you know by tomorrow around 5 o'clock whether I will take the class or not. Most probably I will take. In case if I don't take, I will let you know. But in case if I will take 7:30, I will take. Okay. So this is one of the very, very favorite topic. What is symmetric and what is asymmetric? If you are going for Salesforce company interview, if you are going for HSBC interview, and if you are going for Microsoft interview, even yesterday also I attended one of the interview for CISO vacancy. They are asking this vacancy. What is the difference between symmetric and asymmetric? What are the cryptographic algorithms for the symmetric and what are the cryptographic algorithms for asymmetric? But why CISO is required for the asymmetric and symmetric vacancies? I mean, cryptography algorithms. Why they are asking basics to me? So that's why, as I said, basics are always basics wherever you are, wherever your position. So these basics are very, very important. Okay. So this is one of the favorite topic for not only for us, cybersecurity SOC operations, even whoever is going for product security, application security, network security, cloud security, also they will ask these type of questions. What is symmetric? What is asymmetric? And what is the examples of symmetric algorithms? What are the examples of asymmetric algorithms? What is mutual TLS authentication mechanism? That is also called it as SSL TLS mutual authentication. Okay, so don't skip this topic. It's one of the favorite interview question. Okay, that's all for today, guys. So in the overall summary, what are we discussed from morning to till evening? So one is NADS, NAPS, and proxy. That is very important from the interview point of view. In the secure SDLC, don't confuse all these things. Just you can remember what is SDLC life cycle and what is VAPT. That is more than sufficient. Okay, but you should know, you should aware of all these. You should aware of all these. Okay, so the cybersecurity SOC doesn't mean that you should not aware of other people what exactly they are doing. Okay, so that's all for today evening, guys. Do you have any questions?
Actually, I want to ask one thing. Which tool is easy without coding or with coding?
Don't see, I'm not teaching anything here. Okay, coding part here, forget about that one. That's what I said. Forget about application security. In the application security, just only you can remember what is SDLC life cycle and what is okay VA, what is PT, what is cryptography. That's all. So there is no coding at all required. For EDR tool, there is no coding. For firewall, there is no coding. For IDS IPS, there is no coding. For proxy, there is no coding. For SIM tool, also there is no coding. Okay. So our main completely cybersecurity SOC operation, endpoint security, network security, even including cloud security also, there is no coding. Only application security and product security only required coding part. Anyway, we will not applying those vacancies. You can apply information security GRC vacancies. You can apply vulnerability assessment. You can apply network security vacancies. You can apply endpoint security vacancies. You can apply cybersecurity SOC operations for 24/7. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Any other?
Hello.
Yes, please.
So my question is like in recent times,
Mm.
some of the guys from Instagram sharing the links, like sharing the links, and you just copy the link and resend it to me. I mean, what they are trying to do.
No, don't click on those links. Those links are called defaced websites or malicious URL link. Once you are clicking on that, already you are linked in the Instagram. So your credentials will go and it will, whatever credentials you are using, those credentials will go to the whatever URL link they shared with you, and they can catch your username and password. Immediately they will change your password. So finally, you cannot access the respective Instagram. That's what will happen. Couple of times, Barack Obama Twitter is hacked, Narendra Modi Twitter account is hacked, and so on. This is what will happen normally. So don't click, just you can leave it. That's all.
Yeah, so we can say that this is one topic for hacking.
Yes, correct. It is one type of what is that? Smishing through messages or through links. Okay, so they will hack our system. Phishing email we discussed, right? It's a part of one type of phishing.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
We
Any
should
other?
we should all are aware of this.
Yes. From past 1 week to 10 days, I am seeing lot of hacking is happening in India. So AIMS hospital, one more hospital, and ICMR today is compromised. So everywhere now security. Okay. Yeah. Any other question?
Sir, for ICMR hacking, hackers are they tried for thousands of times to hack the server,
Yes, correct.
but they are not able to hack that.
Right. They tried 1,000 times. Unfortunately, they are not able to compromise. Correct.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Mhm.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other?
They have tried almost 6,000 times, sir. 6,000 attempts.
Yeah, one of the news channel they given 1,000 and couple of where they given 6,000. Yes. Any other? Okay, guys. Thank you so much and good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.